What's up, everybody? It is a super beautiful day today, and highly blessed, highly motivated, and I really want to see how much I can get done on the GSXR 1000 project bike. So, as you can see, the garage is full of stuff. We got the new baby here, but we cannot forget about this. So, here's a little sneak preview. This is the color that it's gonna be, but I have this whole box of fairings and whatnot that I need to not only unwrap, open, but some of it I need to put together. So I think I'm gonna take the box inside, put as much of it together as I can, then I'll bring it all out here. I actually have a whole other box of stuff. So I have a new under tray, a couple other things that need to go on the bike before I start assembling the fairings. But I want to get the fairings ready to go and then move forward from there. So I have a couple hours that I can utilize today. We're going to try and knock out as much as we can. So let's get to it. All right, so actually it's just super nice outside. I don't know, it might be like 69, 70 degrees. So I just have a table set up. We're gonna open up all the fairings and just put on a time lapse. It's not gonna be super interesting, but just so we can kind of document what all we're doing here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and get these fairings out the box and put together. Alright guys, so that was a bit of a mission, but these things come out super nice. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm a little bit in over my head, but yeah, we gotta get it done. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put these together as best as I can, as well as I know how, and then yeah, we'll get started on putting the other parts on the bike. So let's knock it out. Okay, that was a little difficult, but I think I'm at a point. I mean, they came out pretty solid. Yeah, not OEM, not perfect, little bit of a struggle, but we got it done. So at this point, I'm gonna see if I can get the tail lights, all that jazz on the tail of the bike, and then yeah, I'm just a little lost at what I'm gonna do next. So probably gonna get on the bike first, do the under tray, and then work on that. But I gotta get all of this stuff out the way so I can get this thing out the way, and then yeah, so luckily got a little bit of time, so let's knock it out. And by the way, here's the massive box of parts that I've been hoarding and getting ready. The wife has been upset because they're kind of just in the floor in the dining room. But don't worry, babe. We're getting them out today. Let's do it. All right, well, thanks for suffering through that with me. Yeah, obviously they're not OEM. I knew that. It's not the most difficult thing I've ever done, but it's definitely not as enjoyable as I had hoped. So I'm over here scratching everything already. Okay, but I need to get a couple things on the bike done. Yeah, then we're ready to put this on. So let me make some space, get on the bike, and hopefully, I don't know, I'm gonna have to probably take those crash bars off, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna start up here, which is gonna be the easiest thing. This was kind of all hacked up and probably salvageable, but I went ahead and got another one. So it's already on the upper, so I'm gonna pull this out. This was probably routed that way because this was like a Street Fighter look, but we're not gonna be using that anymore. Alright, she's looking pretty good so far, but now comes the fun part. I'm gonna get this tail section, this under tray off and swap that. Hopefully I don't have to take off the whole subframe because that's gonna suck, but yeah, let's see what we can get done. Alright, so that wasn't that bad. Looks like everything's lined up the way it should. Everything's in its spot. So I am happy with that. So, alright. Now, let's at least get this tail on. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we got the tail, the undertail, and it's looking pretty good. So a little bit of shavings. These holes are not, they're just not big enough for the push pin, so I just opened them up a little bit. But so far, she's starting to look pretty good. Now, I don't think I have enough time nor patience to start knocking that out. I think that's enough for today. I do have other stuff to do, so I think we're gonna leave it there. I appreciate you guys going on this journey with me. I appreciate you dealing with my frustrations and my lack of knowledge as I figure all this stuff out. But above all, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay, so had to get my mind right, and I had to kind of work without a camera, but I finished. So I got one more little finishing touch that I want to put on the bike, and as soon as I put this on, then I will show you guys what it looks like. So let's put this on, and then we'll see how it came out. Alright guys, well, she is pretty much done. She came out pretty nice. Again, not 100%, but really solid bike. She came out really nice, and I'm sure she still rides really great. So again, I appreciate you guys going on this journey with me. I know it's real sporadic with the filming. Sometimes I gotta just get stuff done off the camera, but again, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one.